A week ago, the plant looked perfectly healthy. The leaves were green. The stems were upright. Maybe you even noticed new growth starting to appear. Then something changed. A few days later the leaves began to yellow. The plant looked tired. Some leaves curled. Others dropped. And suddenly the plant that seemed strong just days before now looks like it is struggling. If you garden long enough, you will see this happen more than once. It surprises almost everyone the first time. What makes it confusing is that many people feel like they did everything right. They watered. They checked the plant. They tried to care for it. Yet the plant still declined. If your plant seems slow or fragile right now, you are not doing anything wrong. A few small adjustments often make the biggest difference. Over many years, gardeners have noticed something interesting. Most plant problems do not come from neglect. They come from small habits that seem helpful, but happen at the wrong time or in the wrong way. These patterns show up again and again in gardens around the world. Before explaining why this happens, it helps to understand one of the most common habits many gardeners develop. Watering. Watering feels like the most natural way to care for a plant. When we see soil, our instinct is to keep it moist. Many people choose a simple routine. They water every day. Or every other day. Or maybe every morning before breakfast. It feels responsible. It feels like good care. But plants do not follow a human calendar. The roots under the soil respond to conditions, not schedules. When soil stays wet for too long, roots begin to lose something they need just as much as water. They lose air. Roots breathe through small spaces in the soil. When water fills all those spaces, oxygen cannot move through easily. The roots begin to weaken. This often happens quietly. The leaves still look fine at first. But over time the plant begins to slow down. The soil may look healthy on the surface, but underneath it stays heavy and wet. Containers and raised beds can make this even easier to miss. These spaces hold moisture longer than many people expect. Instead of watching the calendar, experienced gardeners often watch the soil itself. Wet soil feels heavy and cool. Damp soil feels slightly soft. Dry soil feels lighter and sometimes crumbly. A simple check with a finger near the surface can tell you more than a watering schedule ever could. Climate matters here too. In warm regions, soil can dry quickly under strong sun. In cooler climates, moisture may stay much longer. That is why one garden might need water every few days, while another may wait longer. This mistake is very common. Almost every gardener learns this lesson sooner or later. The good news is that plants often recover quickly once the soil begins to breathe again. Water is only one part of the story. Another habit that many gardeners develop comes from a place of kindness. Fertilizer. When a plant grows slowly, it is natural to think the soil may need more nutrients. Fertilizer promises stronger growth, greener leaves, and better harvests. It can feel like giving the plant a helpful boost. Some beginners begin feeding their plants often. A little this week. A little more next week. The thinking is simple. If a small amount helps, more must help even more. But plants do not grow through excess. They grow through balance. When nutrients build up faster than the plant can use them, the roots begin to feel stress. Sometimes the edges of leaves turn brown. Other times the plant grows tall but weak. It may look like fast growth at first, but the structure underneath becomes fragile. Fertilizer works best when it supports natural growth, not when it tries to push the plant faster than it wants to grow. Healthy soil already contains many nutrients. Compost, organic matter, and steady moisture allow those nutrients to move slowly through the root system. Many thriving gardens actually receive less fertilizer than people expect. The plants grow at their natural pace. The roots spread slowly. The stems grow stronger. Sometimes doing less feeding allows the plant to grow more naturally. Over time, many gardeners notice a quiet pattern that changes how they care for plants. Plants that receive slightly less attention often become stronger. At first this feels surprising. But plants did not evolve in perfect conditions. In nature, soil moisture rises and falls. Sunlight changes during the day. Nutrients move slowly through the ground. Plants are built to handle these small changes. When everything becomes too controlled, the plant sometimes loses the chance to develop stronger roots and stems. If water arrives constantly, the roots do not need to search for moisture. If nutrients are always high, the plant does not build the systems that manage balance. Observation becomes more important than constant action. Instead of adjusting something every day, many experienced gardeners simply watch. They notice how the leaves respond to light. They watch how soil dries over time. They see how plants adapt across the season. This shift from doing to observing often changes everything in the garden. Another reason plants struggle has nothing to do with watering or fertilizer at all. It comes from light. A plant that loves sunlight can struggle quietly in shade. A shade-loving plant can burn under strong afternoon sun. Many labels use simple words like sun or shade, but gardens are rarely that simple. Morning sun feels gentle. Afternoon sun can feel much stronger. Bright shade can still provide plenty of light without the harsh heat. When plants grow in the wrong light, the signs may look like other problems. Leaves fade. Growth slows. Stems stretch toward the light. In warmer regions, afternoon sunlight can be intense enough to stress certain plants. A little protection later in the day can make a big difference. In cooler regions, plants may benefit from more direct sun because the light is softer. This is why two gardens in different climates can treat the same plant very differently. Sometimes moving a plant just a few feet can completely change how it grows. When a plant struggles, it does not always mean the gardener made a mistake. Often it simply means the plant is asking for a different spot. Spacing can create another hidden challenge. A full garden bed looks beautiful early in the season. Small plants sit close together. The soil looks rich and alive. But plants grow. As weeks pass, roots expand below the surface while leaves stretch above. When plants sit too close together, they begin competing quietly for the same water and nutrients. Airflow also becomes limited. Moist air trapped between leaves can encourage disease, especially in humid climates. The surprising part is that crowded plants often look fine at first. The trouble appears later in the season, when roots and leaves need more room. Spacing recommendations can feel wide when planting small seedlings. It may even look empty at first. But those spaces allow light to reach lower leaves and air to move gently through the bed. With time, the plants grow into that space naturally. Another habit can make plant problems harder to solve. When a plant struggles, it is tempting to change many things at once. Maybe the watering schedule changes. Then fertilizer is added. The plant moves to a different location. New soil appears in the pot. Each change feels like a possible solution. But when several changes happen together, it becomes difficult to see what actually helped. Experienced gardeners often make one adjustment at a time. Then they watch. Plants respond slowly. Leaves adjust over days. Roots adjust over weeks. This slower approach makes gardening calmer and easier to understand. Instead of chasing problems, gardeners begin noticing patterns. For many people, especially those who prefer a relaxed pace in the garden, this slower rhythm feels much more comfortable. Climate quietly shapes every garden. Advice that works beautifully in one place may struggle somewhere else. Heat dries soil quickly. Humidity changes how diseases spread. Short growing seasons require different timing. Gardeners in cooler regions may wait longer for soil to warm before planting. In warmer climates, shade and airflow may become more important. This is why gardening tips sometimes feel confusing. Two people may follow the same advice and see different results, simply because their climates behave differently. Plants are adaptable, but they still respond to their environment. Understanding your own local conditions often matters more than following a universal rule. By now, many gardeners begin recognizing these patterns in their own experiences. You may remember a plant that stayed too wet, or one that received more fertilizer than it needed, or one that struggled quietly in the wrong light. If you feel like sharing, you might think about which of these surprises you most. Sometimes the most helpful lessons come from simple observations in our own gardens. Some people also notice that one particular plant always seems difficult to grow. Hearing those experiences from other gardeners can often be encouraging. Every garden teaches its own small lessons. Over time, a simple rule begins to guide many successful gardens. Observe first. Act second. Plants rarely ask for constant attention. They usually respond best to steady light, balanced moisture, room to grow, and patience. When we slow down and watch how plants respond, small adjustments become easier to see. The garden becomes less about fixing problems and more about understanding what the plants are already trying to do. In many ways, gardening becomes simpler. And the quiet truth many gardeners discover is this: sometimes the healthiest plants are the ones we worried about the least. Because in gardening, doing less often allows plants to do more. Do less. Get more.